Yeah, so Sam, in many ways, is the ideal candidate for this conversation series about how to imagine a more connected form of capitalism, because you embody so wholly both the artistic and the entrepreneurial spirit.
Definitely, I think I consider myself an entrepreneurial artist. So I've always sort of, even as a kid, I didn't have the patience to wait for anyone else to create opportunity for me, and eventually didn't really become interested in waiting for them to do that either. And so I use those sort of aspects of myself to create Shakespeare in Detroit. And so here we are 8 years later, but it's because of the entrepreneurial part of me that Shakespeare in Detroit exists. I would say more so than the artistic part of me, because the artistic part of me certainly could have continued on as an actor and as a performer, eventually a stand-up comedian, but the entrepreneur in me wanted to create a platform that could impact more people than just myself, so that we're leaning into what I call the democratic process of what theater making is. And even now with the program that we're still working on, because our public shows are canceled until further notice, we still have our educational program, which is called Shakespeare STEAM, which is the science of lighting a production, the technology of sound design, the engineering of a form or costume, the art of classical performance, and the mathematics of building a set. We're still able to engage students even during COVID-19, and we do that online. And we also mail supplies to them, everything from tablets so they can stay digitally connected, and also LED lights and all of those things to support those pillars. And we understand that those students who we worked with, who are what people call underserved, can't afford such things. So again, it requires that corporate dollars are raised to make sure that the people who don't have access to money get it. So again, sort of living in that space in between artists and entrepreneurs, where money is everything and money is nothing. That's how we honor and we continue to create that sort of value system at Shakespeare in Detroit. That perhaps the worldview that I come from is growing up as part of the poor working class. You know, I don't really think you can teach it. I think you can. It's kind of like what you said, David. I think you can amplify it and inform it, but it's definitely, in my opinion, something that's innate. The most innovative people that I know are poor working class people or poor people, and I think that sort of complemented with my just ambition to know more, made me interested in getting a job in corporate America, which most artists won't do, because again, a lot of artists think that money is nothing and corporate people think that money is everything. And I understood that I needed to get sort of what people consider a real job and to use it as information. So when I got a job working for Ford Motor Company, I wasn't there because I'm so passionate about cars. That's not the case. I mean, I use them to get from point A to B, but I wanted to be there to understand how a $1 billion business works. My Blackness is connected to the socioeconomic impacts of my childhood. And so I think that we're doing ourselves as a society a disservice by not talking about class. And also, I just started reading Isabel Wilkerson's Caste, her new book about sort of the origins of capitalistic systems, which I'm interested in finishing. But it's I would say, and somebody's going to give me some flack for this, that being poor, it may in fact be sort of the first part of my identity, because and then being Black, and then being a woman, it sort of falls in that order, because that socio-economic component of my experience has has had the most implications, if I'm going to be real about it.